my bed last night, and I was going to say dream, but nightmare. And Kohberger was standing on top of me, literally, with a knife in his hand, a K-bar. He also had a hockey mask. And I remember I was like frozen in shock and scared. And my heart, I can remember my heart start pounding, folks. Boom, 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 boom. And all I heard or see in the dream was this breathing. Everything's going to be okay. It's scary, folks. Dude, I even brought out this. Look, literally, like Kohberger. And boom. Like literally standing over me. I mean, I'm not trying to be sarcastic or anything. I'm saying this really, like, legitimately. Like, I'm still a little shocked. Because we cover news, and as a news journalist, you gotta have thick skin and all that kind of stuff. And I don't have nightmares very often. That's the whole thing of this video. Well, for me, it was like everything's gonna be okay, or something in that sense. But he's standing over me with a hockey mask, with a knife, a K-bar. And then I just, like, in my dream, I just, like, totally froze. And I was, like, numb. And it was bizarre because once, for some reason, then I remember getting up out of bed and going to the kitchen, and his shadow, Bryan Kohberger's shadow, was continuing to follow me, like a ghost. Like he was like above me, and he was like howling down. He's like, stop saying things about me.
Stop saying things about me.
Things like that. It was weird stuff. Like Kohberger was like, I remember remember, keep in mind, it's harder, you know, after you have a dream or nightmare. A couple hours after you wake up, you kind of forget what you dreamt about. A lot of it goes away. But what I remember is going to the kitchen, going to the restroom, he's staring at me in the mirror. It's like wild stuff, folks, and it's nightmares. I personally hope that this doesn't continue. How do you prevent? Have you guys ever went through this? But is this like dream foretelling, you know, this nightmare that I had of Kohberger, kind of like a sign saying, oh, okay, one of these Kohberger supporters, if they ever see me, they're going to do something to me? Is that where we're headed to here, folks? So went to the kitchen, went to the bathroom, and then I was outside my sliding glass door outside, and he follows me like a ghost. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but at the sense, I'm like, oh my gosh. People that actually covering true crime suffer from mental health and mental health issues. Hopefully these aren't reoccurring nightmares of Bryan Kohberger. I had a nightmare about Bryan Kohberger last night. It was bad, folks. I don't really have nightmares. I mean, I've seen it all. Last night, for the first time, I have a nightmare about Bryan Kohberger. Which was bad. It was chilling. It was creepy. Breathing down my neck. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? But it's a nightmare, right? Like, why is Bryan Kohberger, literally in my house? In my own home, covering this case. It's just strange beyond me. Dude literally had a K-bar knife in my nightmare. And you know, I say two dreams, nightmares. I don't know. But here's the thing is, like, I believe, like, beforehand, before I had this nightmare of Kohberger, I think I was just dreaming, like, literally, like, on a beach or just dreaming. And then suddenly it turned into, you know, me being in my bed, Kohberger leaning over me in a hockey mask and a K-bar knife, breathing. And I was frozen, and then went into the kitchen. And he's following me like a creepy shadow. It's wild stuff. So don't be embarrassed if you've had nightmares about Bryan Kohberger. I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm sharing it with all of you. My own nightmare of Bryan Kohberger. When I had my first nightmare of Bryan Kohberger last night. And it was strange. It was scary. And I didn't wake up feeling good like I usually do. I usually have a lot of pep in my step. And I get up, you know, and ready to conquer the world and ready to work hard and ready to make a difference. And this, like, set me back a little bit today. But I'm like, I'm not going to just keep this in. I'm going to share with all of you. Because maybe some of you go through the same thing that I'm going through, or went through. And that's exactly what I was going through. Like I said, here's a picture of Kohberger, and boom, like a mask. Yeah, like literally a mask. And he was standing and hovering over me with a knife. And it was like a ghostly figure. It was a ghostly figure. It's very scary. That's why I titled this video, Emergency Live, Bryan Kohberger Nightmares and Help. Asking you guys for some help, some insight, covering this case. It's very creepy, it's very, very scary. I need to go get some Excedrin. Like, I literally have a headache right now. And probably contributed to that nightmare of Bryan Kohberger. Maybe take a cold shower, hot shower. I like hot shower. I don't like cold showers. Maybe get something to eat. Maybe go watch a good movie. Get myself a good meal or something. Maybe I'll go get myself a massage. Nightmares. That's what we're talking about this morning. Nightmares. And other people having nightmares of Bryan Kohberger and the whole Moscow Idaho case. Hopefully I don't get the nightmare again. And if I do, I'll share with all of you. How is everyone today? Candace says, I had a nightmare last night, Candace. I'm not doing too good right now. At least I get to talk about it on my YouTube channel a little bit, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I guess I'll go get some breakfast and continue to cover cases. There's just so much. Maybe it's just that, the Moscow case, and just a combination of all this wickedness out there. There's just a lot of bad things that are happening. Stay blessed. And if you have nightmares, it's okay, man. Talk about it. Surround yourself with good people. And remember, it's just a nightmare for now. It's just a nightmare. Have a good day, everyone.